All right, this time we're going to talk about sentence fragments and how to fix them, which is Grammar Game Plan error number 20. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define and identify a sentence, define and identify a sentence fragment, and be able to correct sentence fragments. As always, make sure you pause and put this information in your notes. Your cue words are sentences, subject, predicate, and a complete thought. Also sentence fragments, and how to correct sentence fragments. Again, make sure you pause and put this in your notes. So sentence is an independent clause or group of words that consist of a subject, a predicate, and express a complete thought. Basically, sentences have to have all three of those parts to be considered a complete sentence. Namely, they have to have a subject, the who or what the sentence is about. They have to have a predicate, which is a verb, the verb's modifiers, like adverbs, and any objects the verb might have. And the sentence has to have a complete thought or express a whole idea. Make sure you pause and put this definition in your notes. A sentence fragment, on the other hand, is a phrase or a clause, otherwise known as a group of words, that we treat as a sentence. We stick a capital letter on the beginning, and we put end punctuation on the end, and we let it stand all by itself. The problem is that these are not actual sentences. For example, heard the bell. That she had lost in gym class. These phrases and clauses are missing a subject, a predicate, or a complete idea. And that makes them sentence fragments instead of sentences. Pause and put in your notes that a sentence fragment is a group of words that you've treated as a sentence when it's missing a subject, a predicate, and or a complete thought. To fix a sentence fragment, you just have to add in the missing part. So, going back to our phrase, which was missing the subject, heard the bell, we can add in the word I heard the bell. That gives us a subject and makes this a complete sentence. If we didn't have a predicate, my locker is in that hall. Now we have a predicate since is a verb, and in that hall is a prepositional phrase that modifies the verb. Incomplete thought. Here we have a clause. That she had lost in gym class. That is a subject. Had lost are verbs, but we don't have a complete idea here. So we need to add this clause to something else. Jane found the necklace that she had lost in gym class. And now we have a complete sentence. Make sure that you pause and put these in your notes so that you know correcting sentence fragments means you're just adding in whatever's missing. Now we're going to practice identifying whether or not these phrases are sentences or fragments. Write sentence or sentence fragment after the sentence. At the very end of the street. Did they arrive? This highway has no rest stops. A reporter holding a microphone. Let's do some more practice. This time, correct the sentence fragments below by turning them into complete sentences. There's a lot of different ways you could do this, so make sure that you're adding in whatever's missing, subject, predicate, or a complete thought. Before 10 o'clock, exhausted by the ordeal, if you know the answer, before you arrived. And remember that a sentence must have a subject, predicate, and express a complete thought. Putting a capital letter at the start and end punctuation at the end isn't enough to make something a sentence. Sentence fragments need their missing parts in order to become complete. Don't forget to answer the questions and submit your Go formative to earn credit for this lesson.